Just make sure that everything is working and you cannot hear everything. Making sure. Nope, that's not working. There we go. Anyway. Hello, and welcome to FF14. We're back. We're gonna do Endwalker. We are on the road to Dawntrail. So yeah, let's get to this. Right now, I'm in a call with some people. I have their volumes lowered so I can focus a bit more. And yeah, it's gonna be fun. For once, I can actually do Dawntrail. I can actually be on time for one of the patches. I can actually probably be on time for Dawntrail if I keep going. Right?
We're rooting on your pouch.
Yay! I could actually be on time because I was late to Endwalker. I got the car. At least I got the car for once, and now on trail.
You got this. We believe in you.
Yeah. So the quest that I'm doing currently right now is known as Shadow's Footsteps. I should have just teleported there, but you know what? I'm just gonna enjoy the ride because I have a car. I do need to get the waypoints, and the thing is, I don't like it because yeah. Seki was not kidding when she said, yeah, so you will need to what disconnected? Okay. So yes, Seki was not joking when you said, yeah, you have to collect about like 20 or 10 ether currents. Yeah, she wasn't joking. I missed my 4.
Oh, once Dawntrail comes out, they will be reducing the Endwalker ether currents to 4.
You know, but the thing is, I might not enjoy that because I'll be in Dawntrail, hopefully.
Four required in the field. I think the quest remains the same.
They'll probably remove the quests. Like, I'm sorry, not remove the quests. They'll probably remove like some of the overworld ether currents that you need to do that you have to collect.
That is what they do.
Yeah. Because there's only like 5 quests. They're not shortening that. I want to fly.
In due time, my friend. In due time.
How long did it take for, Zeke, how long did it take for you to collect all the ether currents?
Oh, I got some while I was going through the story.
Okay.
Like anyone that I could get, I went for.
Okay, so hopefully by the time I'm done with the main story Endwalker, I will go back through in post Endwalker grab everything that I missed, and then all the ether currents that I missed.
Yeah, as I said, you can always go. As I said, once you finish the story, you can go. Once you finish like the main story, before doing post, you can go back and get everything you missed.
Okay. You two are people, or are you not? Would you be amenable to assist me with another errand? You see, a tower spell requires use of a special link, but we have exhausted our stores of a key ingredient, spirit weed. The herb grows not far from here, and I would like to go and harvest some. With the recent spite of nappings, however, I can sort of travel alone at our peril. Will you not come with me as my escort? I would compensate you for your troubles. Oh god. I'm in your debt. Without further ado, let us head to Karaja's footsteps. It is situated on the road which runs east of Great Work. I should probably do this on the bike, because the bike is faster than the car, surprisingly.
It is, because the bike gives you 1-star speed regardless of... the bike gives you constant 1-star speed.
Really?
So until you unlock 1-star speed in that area, the bike goes faster.
That is interesting. I may be simply imagining, but I feel as though we're being followed. Art! Look out! Artie! Right! I changed my name. I'm no longer Art Pouch. I am Art Log.
I'm still gonna call you Pouch.
I know you would.
I've known you too long as Pouch. That change ain't gonna come easy.
Shit. I used my reassemble to... Okay. Goodness, that gave me a fright to think. That moment, I ventured outside the safety of the work. Thank the sister I asked you to come with me. You alright, I hope? I shot people with gun. I'm good. Good. Let us continue then. It is not far from now, just these pillars and up the rise. Hang on. I usually have something open, and I'm not gonna tell you what I usually have open, because otherwise Nick is gonna be on my neck. Okay. I am... Okay. I should have completed it before, but I guess I was really tired. So they didn't make the job quest a requirement now?
The role quests are not required to finish the main story.
That's interesting. I'm guessing they'll change that later? Oh no.
No, I'm pretty sure in Shadowbringers the job quests were entirely required to finish the main story.
One of them, yeah. You had to finish one of them.
Yeah, at least one of them.
Just like in Shadowbringers, you are rewarded for doing all of them.
Okay. Tareja was a great dancer, and those who follow her will know they come in peace to train delicate their dance and to their ancestors. I'll be happy if that spirit grows here in abundance. I will set about harvesting them if you would be so to stand guard. The kidnappers aren't likely to return so soon, but better safe than sorry. You were saying, Mal?
About the job quest?
Yeah.
You just have to do one.
Yeah.
Instead of job quest.
Not for Endwalker. Like, you can do it if you want to, but it's not required.
Okay. I'm just happy that I have my servant, my queen, my mechanical queen,
Mechanical coins.
my mechanical queen. Yes.
Mechanical coin.
Yes, that would be Rad's at Khan.
Ooh, voiced.
Hardly anyone has been allowed in or out since our troubles with the tower began. The faithful citizens huddle inside the city walls, and commerce has all but ground to a standstill. I pity the satrap, the trials he must be facing.
What can you tell me about the satrap?
Well, he is the most important person in Rajasthan. Long ago, this island was home to two tribes of Matanga, the Gajasura and the Arkasodra. When the Aura came to these shores, it was the Arkasodra with whom they joined forces. Together they defeated the war like Gajasura, forcing them to flee Thavnair altogether. Peace and prosperity reigned for a time, until a clan of Hjor from the mainland decided they wanted the island for themselves.
Oh wow, so being a dancer here is... I can see why. I see why you want me to be a dancer.
Satrap who arbitrated that conflict and welded the warring factions into the nation we know today.
Zeke, I see why you wanted me to be a dancer.
Why's that? Why does I want you to be dancer?
Because remember when I was thinking, should I be mechanist or dancer, and I was asking that, and you didn't. Now I see why you want to be dancer, because in Thanalan there's like 3 statues of dancers. Thavnair, yeah.
Definitely not Thanalan.
You know what I mean.
I mean, the dancer class on the source at least.
Yeah, this is the source.
Someone just sent me a towel.
And ever since, a member of that esteemed lineage has inherited this somewhat unique position. You see, by and large, the state is run by the people. But when problems arise, it is the satrap who mediates a solution. The stability provided by the satrap is what has allowed Rajasthan to thrive all these years.
I'm over by the Arcanist Guild.
And it was the satrap
Someone just
himself
sent
who
me a towel,
entrusted
like,
us with
is
this
that
duty.
the real Junpei Yori from the hit
We will
game
not
Persona
fail
3?
him.
Oh
I'm
my.
like,
Or
"No,
our
wait,
countrymen."
I need to get my hat back.
What is the delay with the vessel? I told you I need to adjust those ratios. I come all this way to admire
That's like,
these
goddammit.
splendid towers, and what do I find? Fools attempting to ward off its tempering influence with magic trinkets. I seem to recall a similar experiment in ages past. What was that man's name? Oh, something. Owen? Another body, another time. Who could be expected to remember every trivial detail?
Allowing them to construct such handy talismans would be counterproductive to my plans. And yet, I find myself deathly curious. How will they manage this feat with the limited knowledge and resources at their disposal. Complications be damned, for we cannot escape the nature of our souls. And I, as ever, am my own worst enemy.
This man allows us to get away with things because he's just curious. Wow, okay. I have enough spirit wood to last us a good while. Thank you for keeping watch. Let us head back to the great work, shall we? Zeke.
Yes.
So you were saying about dancers on the source?
Oh, the dancer job did originate in Thavnair.
Yeah.
However, that is not why I initially suggested dancer for Endwalker.
Why?
It does.
That mostly has to do with dancers. Like, it's kind of like the lore behind dancer that is shared in the job quests.
Hmm.
That ties into similar themes presented in Endwalker.
Okay. Where that a little bit closer.
That is why I suggested it.
Okay.
Oh, you guys are talking.
Which is
Des being a troll. He was about to throw something major, and then
If you excuse me, I shall return to my work on the talisman. Ah, you both are back. Excellent. I have a message for you, Mistress Nita. It would seem the store... Fuck. It would seem the stores of the Great Shawl is running low. What? But when I last looked, there was still plenty. I suspect that was before Urianger told everyone about their tempering cure and Estinian sharing his knowledge of dragons. Your peers have since been inspiring to fashion a number of new talisman prototypes. Oh my god. I see. Well, if it leads to new possibilities, then far be it from me to complain, but we'll need to replenish our stores. I should be happy to attend to this if you like. As much as I appreciate the offer, my dear boy, I cannot in good conscience send you out alone while the kid numbers are large. Art, loath though I am to press another task on you, might I ask you to fetch the Great Skull? In case you're not familiar, the Great Skull is a type of ore found on the island, owing to its hardness and etheric conductivity applications in many disciplines, alchemy not least of all. Where it was found, named Grant Shell, grounds isn't far away, so it shouldn't take much of your time. May we impose on you once more. Thank you. Upon arriving at the grounds, please seek out a man named De Yunha. He'll furnish you with the ore. At the very least, permit to the company. It happens I have an errand on my own that will take me to the outpost nearby. May we borrow a pair of Hamsa, Mistress Didhana? By all means, do try to be patient with them. Those that survived are still in training. You know, the entrance, please meet me there when you're ready. I'm starting to feel it.
you really feeling it?
Yeah. I don't know why. It's always the beginning of the patches that make me feel like I'm slogging.
I don't think you'll be feeling that way for much longer.
Okay.
At least I hope you.
I just have to get through to 7, because I'm guessing, like, I won't be feeling it when I'm doing the Charlian questline.
Oh, the Charlene questline's pretty funny, actually.
Yes, so if it's funny, I'm probably gonna be reminded of the.
I mean, the Thabner one is too as well, considering your introduction to it.
To the Charlene questline?
No, the Thabner, as in like you teleporting to
Oh!
Yendamod with Athenian and Thancred.
Oh yeah. No, I'll give you that. It was funny. The introduction to it was funny. It was just right now. I'm just like running errands for everyone right now.
Go kill rat in basement.
What?
Go kill rats in basement.
No. The sword holds legend was was wielded by Mercer against America before it was cast down at conflict's end. Okay. The left, and required no introduction, is a tower. As you can see, it channels a small isle. Almost there, though. The main part of the hatchery is atop the cliff. Itself is on the beach. Are you feeling it now, Mr. Krabs? I'm feeling it now, Spongy Boy.
SpongeBob me bob. SpongeBoy me bob. Is it SpongeBoy me bob or SpongeBob me boy?
I don't. SpongeBob me boy. I don't know. And here we are, manned by the Radiant Host, as Apples is our first line of defense against the tower. Well, who should it be but the young Vanishing on an errand for the satrap? I am. His Excellency bade me to come collect your report. He also wished to express his heartfelt gratitude to the brave men and women of Radiant Halls for their unflagging dedication. We simply do our duty, but we are home to receive his excellency regard. And yet, for his boundless benevolence, his treatment of one so young could be regarded as callous. Though we have enjoyed relative peace and calm these past few days, this remains the front line of battle, no place for children. Your predecessor too often traveled alone. It's been 2 years now since you took over? I wonder how the fellow is faring. Like those before him, he went to represent the satrap in foreign lands. Wherever he may now be, I am certain he is well. As for myself, I assure you that all I do of my own volition and gladly. I pray you do not think ill of His Excellency. Certainly not, lad. Whatever happens, my faith in the satrap is unwavering. But still, I worry for you. We have overcome the sadness of times where we follow you, for you are as a little brother to us all. Take care, do you hear? I will. Nadabin, thank you. And who might you be? Not Hanish by the look of him. Permit me to introduce Artlock of the Origin contingent, come to assist in the making of the talisman. From yours, you say towers have appeared over there too, yes? Tell me, what is the situation like? May I suggest that you exchange information with our soldiers? Both parties could stand to learn something of value, I believe. An excellent idea. Given the unpredicted nature of the threat, some of ours are understandably anxious. We will gladly be for our tidings you can share. You two, bring Varshan the latest report and answer any questions he may have. Okay. I heard about your visit. Is there anything you can tell? We know that the one's behind the tower, and they're declare war on the whole world. Why are you doing? Why are they doing this? What is what they want? This we do not understand. What? You want to die? They want to die and take everyone with them? What madness is this? Well, you can bet that we won't let those bastards have their way. We'll fight them with everything we have, like Eorzin and the Far Eastern brothers. They want to die and take the whole world with them. Wow.
Yep.
You wish to know about the towers, to be honest. We know a little less about ourselves. The Tower Resort, as focus I'm taking to calling it up, suddenly appeared where did on the other side of Nirvana. We're safe from its influence at this distance, but go too far into the water and you'll expose yourself to the corrupted ether. You're a fauna, aren't you? Aren't you dealing with the tower in your homeland? Our struggles are not unique, and our hopes will still in line with the talismans. We must keep the monsters contained until they're ready. It occurs to me I had not yet introduced our company. We are the Radiant House, a military order under the Siege Trap's command. Our duty is to preserve the peace in the land by patrolling the streets. Our work dealing with the heretofore unknown threats such as now. We train hard and admit capable warriors to our rank. Even so, we struggle to contend with the fiends from the tower. Though we succeeded in striking them down on 2 occasions in common forces, we had to pay a heavy price. What are towers in yours do? Do they likewise spawn monsters? So it's much the same everywhere. Every nation struggling, we cannot expect calls for outside aid to be answered. Alright. I'm going to speak with the soldier, have you? I hope it's enlightening for you, as it was for them. As a neutral nation and trading hub... Where is that remote? 1 second. There it is. Okay. As a neutral nature and trading hub, as I have ordnance receive a steady stream of news from abroad, allows the stream dried up with the trading vessels stopped coming. Amidst the dearth of information, everyone will be grateful for your account. But come, you must do to your original errand, as mine will keep me here a while longer. I'm afraid I cannot guide you for the rest of the way. Were it not, the path is straightforward. You but follow the road east. Upon Hansa, you will arrive before you know it. Brief though it was, I enjoyed our time together. Till we meet again. Do we actually get a Hamsa somehow?
There is a Dodo mount that shares the same model.
Okay. How do we get the Dodo mount then?
Ishgard Restoration.
Of course. Well, I actually can do the Ishgard restoration now since this is my homeworld.
You can. It's you get it. You can purchase it with Skybuilder scripts in the firmament.
Yeah. I just in the Greenlands and I'm a hint. Is there anything you require? Grand sale for the alchemists are safe, but of course they shall have it. They labor tirelessly to deal with the tower, and this least we can do to provide them with the materials they need. 81. You're already 81. 81. 81. I'll do a Reaper now. There you are. Shack of the Purest Grand Sale. We shall set some aside for our alchemist friends. I'm guessing the very first dungeon is level 81, correct?
That is correct.
Okay, so I need to at least get my 5 classes to 81, at least. Okay. When delivered, let the folk of the great know that we're grateful for their effort. If they need more, they need but ask. Alright. I kind of want to, like, have someone mount me so I can at least have this area open, like, cleaned up, because it's just a patch of sea. That's just, like, I can't get there.
Are you referring to areas that you will be able to traverse to later?
No. It's, like, far south right.
Yes, you'll be able to get there later.
Okay. And then there's another area that I need to get to, which is a little bit north of the Great Work, just a little bit up in the Perfume Rise, and to the left. And those are 2 areas that I need to get. Like,
You can get that now.
I can. Okay, cool. Let's do that now.
Yeah, if it's just north of the Great Work, then you should be able to access that now.
Okay, cool. Okay, it's literally just a beach. Okay, got it. Because that was bothering me, I'm not gonna lie, that was bothering me. Welcome back, Art. There, I hope you have the great French shell. Yes, I do. Here you are. Oh my, such fine specimens. Thank you so much for bringing them these. We now have everything we need to make our next prototype, one that should be capable of passing our most rigorous tests. When it's ready, it will be time for the true test, so please take your ease while you can. I love the way that I'm just walking through Thavnir, correct? Yeah, Thavnir, with just a scythe on my back.
It do be pretty cool.
I see our taskmasters have allowed you a moment's respite as well.
Ooh, voiced.
You have to hand it to these alchemists. They are determined to see this endeavor of theirs succeed. I've never been one for blind optimism, but I sincerely get the sense they're close to a breakthrough.
I'm guessing No, it was Paladin, never mind. I thought it was Reaper, but no, you already know it's Paladin.
They had better be, or all this effort was for naught.
I was gonna say the poster class, but no, it's Paladin. I blanked on that.
Far east of Thavner, children of this star united in common cause against a dire threat. Yet ere they succumbed to suicidal madness, were not the Telophoroi born of her body as were we? They who cling to life and the promise of the morrow's dawn, against they who desire death and an ending of their own orchestration.
Goes.
The victors of this war alone will hold the right to answer the question of existence, of its meaning, and its worth.
Poetic and ominous to a fault. That said, if it's an existential debate in nature, then our arguments might not be as persuasive as you'd think. Fandaniel wants to die and take everyone with him in an orgy of pain and suffering.
An orgy
Utterly
of
vile,
plain and...
unforgivable idea. And yet, when spat upon by fate and wailing in the deepest pit of despair, who among us can say they have not entertained similar thoughts? There are nights black as pitch, bereft of hope, and no words of comfort can reach you. And it's all you can do to grit your teeth and choke back the bile.
The more you see and suffer life's injustices, the more difficult they become to bear. Vengeance is nurtured in similar soil. Though your anger has a broader focus, the sentiment is much the same. A fervent desire to destroy others, to see them drown in torment, as you have.
That about sums it up. The will to endure is not always as strong as the urge to burn it all down and salt the earth. Survival be damned. It's a struggle, often close and brutal.
Indeed. Well, I, for one, shall pray survival proveth more appealing in the end.
As will I. Besides, our chances are much improved when we've the company of others committed to the cause of life. Our vengeful dragoon here is proof of that.
Mm. The 4 dads in Thavner.
Is it Thavner or Dadner?
I think it's that. I think it's
Worship of the boys section.
yeah, it's the Dadnir.
Fandaniel,
Dadner.
are you sure? If he knows we've been working on a countermeasure.
It holds. The vessel holds. This is the one.
At long last! Look! We have finally created a talisman strong enough to withstand our experiments! We've named it a warding scale for the time being. With this in your possession, your soul should be completely shielded from corruptive ether.
Afforded such protection, any one of us may approach the towers without fear. Thou hast mine admiration. 'Tis an invention of historical significance.
I thank you for your kind words. But I would prefer you keep them unsaid until we test the talisman's efficacy in the field. It is for the next stage of our plan that we summoned you in the first place, to accompany me to the Tower of Zot.
So I'm
If
guessing
the scale prove effective, as I very much hope it will, then you'll have little to do. But should the effect be weaker than anticipated, I must ask that you restrain me, or knock me senseless.
so. If you have the Echo, you're kind of like resistant to the tower's effect. That was like proven to the 2 people who went there before. Correct?
Yes, that is how the echo works.
Okay. Okay. Just double checking. Oh, one of the options to knock this poor elephant lady out, who saw nothing but kind, was, oh, you need it, but ask. It's like, I'll be glad to knock you out. Like, what?
Are you certain you wish to do this?
If others are to trust our creations, then we must have faith in them first. And as the senior researcher, it falls to me to lead by example. But should I fail to return, then learn what you can from this attempt and apply it to the next. Our work must continue. Is that clear?
We'll keep an eye on the place while you're away. Assuming Fandaniel is lurking about, there's no telling what mischief he has in mind for us, or you. Be on your guard.
Hello.
What's up?
Aster.
Shall we
It's
be
my
on our way?
twin.
I'll have one of the
Everyone who
soldiers at the
knows my
hatchery
name,
prepare us a
Nick.
boat, and we can
He's
set
dreaming.
out from the northern shore.
Oh shit.
I'll see you there.
I'm doing Endwalker. Like, it's been a hot minute since I played, but this is Endwalker, and I only have like 4 weeks to be on time for Dawntrail.
You can do it. You can get there.
Yeah, you got
So I looked up
3
online, like,
weeks.
maybe? Because like, I have to do both the yoga event and this, and I looked up online that'll take, if I want to just do some of the extras plus all of Endwalker, it'll take me about like 52 hours. Maybe like 100 and something.
You got 5 weeks. My bad.
Yeah. The thing is that I want to get through the MSQ first before I do the optional raids and trials, because that's gonna be a pain in the ass just to get the armor.
I know what you mean.
Are you referring to fully catching up like 6.5 MSQ?
I will do this. I will do the 6.5 MSQ. I won't mind. I will do all the MSQ up to 6.55. I'll do it, but I won't do the raids. I won't do the optional trials. Like, I'll just do the story.
Actually, so about that,
Uh-huh.
there are no optional trials in Endwalker.
Really?
I think he
They're part of the main
means.
stories.
I think he means the
The extremes.
the. Oh, I was gonna say the what's the word for? Full raids.
Yes, those. The full
I
raids.
thought you were
The
referring to like Endwalker's version of the Warring Triad or the Four Lords.
yes. That I was thinking about the Warring Triad, the Endwalker's Warring Triad, or the Four Lords, plus the full raid. So like Endwalker Alexander, and then obviously the Alliance raid, which would be Endwalker's Sky Pirates.
Yeah, the quote unquote optional trials are a part of the main story.
Okay.
Technically, the
I
Alliance
would
raid don't need to be done, but I would recommend them just because it's good.
I'll do it, but like it always
would
go.
also be it would also be best for you to do the normal and Alliance raids purely so that you can get gear to progress in the main scenario.
Yep.
Because item like the eye level, like the eye level skyrockets, and going into like post Endwalker at like 560 eye level that you are at after defeating the final boss of the MSQ ain't gonna cut it.
I think at this point it's the
It's like 590 maybe.
All right. Well, if that's the case, I need to get the
the max right now I think is 660.
Ugh.
Yeah, 660 is the max eye level currently.
Okay, so what's the item that I can get without getting the without getting the tombstone gear?
Crafted gear off the market board if you want to pay up to a fuck ton for it.
I meant that I can get without forking up get my guild. Which bot? Which raid?
That would be the pandemonium raids. Maybe that would be the easiest way for him to get into it.
Potentially. Yeah, that would be best, considering that you can actually guarantee gear from there, as long as you actually get
We should
something.
soon cross the threshold of the tower's influence.
They've removed the,
They removed the limit, and not really
on the latest
not really
one?
too many people are
Any
going
moment
after
now.
that gear anymore. Specifically because, well, other than fashion, of course. Specifically because of the new highest gear level, where people are mostly going to be going for that.
What's the newest highest gear?
That would be the current Tombstone of Comedy gear, which is the Crendulum or something like that, Crenendum or something.
Okay, so basically,
it's 60 and it's insane to get, but at least the getting Tombstones of Comedy isn't nearly as bad as it used to be.
okay, but soon they'll be transformed to Albion Poetics.
Once Dawntrail releases, it will be Poetics to get that gear. Yes.
Then I'll get those once that happens.
Which means, as far as the final gear, the final Tombstone gear, don't worry about grinding out to get it. Get any pieces that you can from just doing the story and getting Tombstones of Comedy. But any that you don't get, whatever, by the time Dawntrail comes out, you can just turn in Poetics for them.
Yeah. So basically, get geared for me to survive.
Then I'd like to see
Yes.
how it fares
Okay.
closer to the tower if we could.
Any amount you can save up to get the current gear, do it. Because you won't ever need to replace that.
Okay. I really hope they actually increase the storage for Dawntrail. I really hope they increase the storage. Yeah.
Yeah, we've been asking about that for how many updates now?
Dawntrail's coming, so they really should.
They gave you increased storage. It's called 10 retainers.
Yeah,
So far,
I don't like
so
paying
good.
for my
The
chest.
scale's protection appears to be holding. If we can just make it to
They
the
gotta
tower's
make their money somehow, you know. Square Enix is a very small indie developer that needs all the support they can get.
Shush.
Zeke, shut the heck up.
Shut the heck up.
A few more steps. Praise be to the sisters, we made it!
Thinking.
And the scale has proven
I have
itself
stuff to do
be
in
everything
on
we hoped it would
my
be.
server, but
Now
do
we
you
can focus on
want...
production. Once we've equipped and
And do
returned
you
with an
want at
entire
any
survey
point
team,
any of us to jump in to
will
help?
soon give up its secrets.
Oh shit. I found the Lower Lenosha A-Ring on Cacto.
No!
I can't kill it because
Wait,
I'm a level 7.
why are you, why?
He's experiencing the first hell that is Tower of Salt.
There's
the
fuck.
story leading up to it.
No, Nadine got pulled in by chains. Yeah, she got pulled in by chains.
Don't you know, the story of Final Fantasy can be summed up in 3 actions. I'm a strong guy. Try not to cry. Cry anyways.
Please,
Yeah, that sounds pretty accurate.
please don't. Not Nadine. No. Not her. The thing is, they're still alive. We just have to break the tower to free them, right?
Who knows?
Oh, do calm down. You'll only hurt yourself thrashing about like that.
Stop!
Asked her a
Oh,
question.
you can't do this! Please!
Zeke, answer.
Are you a fan of Persona 3?
I like the Persona series, but I've never actually played Persona 3.
Would you like to join? Would you like to join us? Making Persona 3 based inspired characters.
Why do you just keep creating these inspired characters for no reason?
A little
Fun.
late for heroics, I'm afraid.
I'm gonna go for tonight. Does anyone want a early morning
The
message?
similarities are striking. My!
No clue.
Such hostility!
But you have a good night, dude.
Never before
Good night,
was
Mal.
my artistry so displeased. My patrons of old would have positively squealed in delight.
Again,
though,
other
between
me.
you and me,
Yes.
I find gushing praise
Before I
exhausting.
log on, should I head over to that server or should I just stay on mine?
Which server?
What server are you on?
I'm in Genova.
Yeah, and what server am I on?
Malboro?
Exactly.
Ah. Yeah, I'd say log on. You might as well just chill with us. Patrons of old. What are you talking about? I have the harsher font hairstyle. I'm about to take my scythe. This man just chucked the scale that we worked so hard for.
To tell you a story. Surely you've yet to hear the one about Van Daniel, the sundered Asian.
Nope.
I inherited the position and the soul of the Van Daniel who sat on the convocation in the time of the final days. Theoretically
Question.
speaking.
To who?
Pouch.
Yes.
Practically speaking,
Have you
that
done
fact is of no
the
consequence.
Charlian
I was
questline
born
yet?
Not yet.
and
Not yet.
lived
No. I started with Thanavar.
Eventually,
That one.
I was recruited
Fafnir.
into the
Fafnir.
Assassins, and
I had a
imbued
brain
with
fart.
the
Like, I was like-
former Van Daniel's knowledge and memories.
I couldn't say the word. Like, oh, my
I never
brain was
felt that they were
skipping.
truly a part of who I am. How to explain? Perhaps if I told you who I was before my Asian embrace.
Let me just finish
although
up
that
a few
chapter
things, and I'll
too
be swapping
is a
over
past
to
I've
Zeke to
long
join you.
since discarded.
Huh?
I have it on good
I will-
authority.
I will be
You
joining.
poked your nose into an Allegan ruin or two. Yes?
Probably. Yes.
That's what that locker housing item is for putting
Then I
Charlians
expect
in
you've
there.
heard of me. The old me.
The old you? The old Fandaniel?
I think how
Oh.
to think of a few choice Charlians to put in
your
that locker.
service.
Amon at your service? I like at how I said that sentence, everyone went quiet.
Unbridled prosperity.
Oh, I
Every
wasn't paying
need
attention. What?
met. Day after day of unbroken,
Broken.
And I'm
unshakable
making tortas.
peace.
And I'm
Existence fulfilled
leveling up an alt.
Amon.
and ripe.
Name
for
sounds
decay.
familiar, doesn't it?
Yes.
Where could you have possibly heard
You
that name
are
before?
a genius without peer, Amon. However do you conceive of such delightful experiments?
Right.
That fool was beside himself with panic when he awoke with the head of a bull. Even his cries for
Crystal
help
Tower.
emerged as so much guttural lowing.
What? Wait, was his name already
My
dropped?
friends and I were so consumed
The name
by
was
laughter, we
the
struggled
name was
to
dropped.
breathe.
Oh. Well, now you know why I continuously insist on Nick being
No
the
more than
one to kill him.
entertainment For bored wastrels, ignorant
Ah.
of its worth. My all-consuming work.
His eye,
But it
Ammon,
was not
Seeker
their
of
only
Darkness.
indulgence.
That's Ansem.
Close
Yeah,
enough.
same crap.
No, it's not.
For they were ever
Different series entirely.
Okay,
Yeah, they
but
wear
to the
black
slightest
robes, they're evil.
Amusement was afoot.
How our
No, he's making
organization
a lot of
13
good points
Our
here.
nation was ailing, but I would see the poison purged.
I could say a sentence, but I'm not going to. So I'm just gonna stay
Okay.
quiet.
Our first,
Just say it.
emperor.
I'll write it. How about that?
Where are you writing it?
In
Just as I had planned. He set our
in no
wayward
mic.
empire
Yeah, in
And
FD
once you
chat.
write it, do not say it.
If you write it in FC chat,
Inexhaustible
I won't be able to see
carried
it.
us onwards.
All right, Aster, you'll read it.
Yet,
He
who delivered to us such
Hmm?
glory
You want me to go to
was not
bed
to be
soon?
satisfied.
Heed me, Armon.
Alright, I will in a bit.
No matter how vast
Seer's
one's
demanding I go to
empire,
bed soon.
or full one's treasure.
Like now?
All
Wait, where are
is
you writing it?
rendered meaningless by death.
In no mic.
In the end,
In what?
No mic.
all is lost.
You know as well as I that the Emperor stands to lose this
I meant
war,
silk.
and so I have come to claim you. For while your methods leave something to be desired, we cannot deny the results of your
Not
work.
really. You want me to read that out loud?
And as fortune
I'm deafening. I am deafening if you read it out loud.
your rightful seat
Wait,
lies
what are you
vacant
reading?
and waiting.
I'm deafening now. You just ping me when you're good.
Rather than die a pointless death amidst the ashes of your doomed nation. Send one of your clones to the Crystal Tower that you might see for yourself.
Sorry.
See what lies ahead.
The fall of the Empire affirmed the truth. Majestic and tragic, as the Emperor foresaw.
Exactly.
Yeah.
How many
Scheme
side
as you
quests
like,
are there?
Build as you will, nothing endures. What is life? But a brief jaunt ending in emptiness.
Yeah. Don't say it out loud. Not right now, please. Please.
Predendum is the name of the new gear.
Okay, Pernendum. And that'll become Algae Poems. Poetics.
Yes.
Okay.
So
It's currently comedy.
Why, I almost left without saying farewell.
Pernendum is the one with the flaming circle on his back, right?
No, that's the raid. That's the normal raid gear.
Okay.
Yeah.
These pawns are far more useful to me alive as fuel for the
Which is
prime.
why we suggest you do it, because it's badass.
Okay.
But also a very fun raid.
If you attempt to pull them free,
That too.
they will die. So, enjoy tackling that conundrum with your comrades.
Wait, so if I pull them free, they'll die. But yet they want to be kept here, they're kept alive to be fuel.
Not a lot of these mind spies. Oh, no.
How the fuck are you gonna get them out then?
Grandiose. Your favorite playmate is ever so eager to see.
Might just need to bring down the
Look at his
entire
scratcher.
tower.
You never give any answers, correct or incorrect. You always say just... That's an interesting proposal.
I'm tempted just to break this tower.
Or the
Break the
classic
tower.
DM, you can certainly try.
Exactly.
Like I tell all DMs and they dread hearing these words. I have a plan.
I'm not
love
even a
to
DM
hear
and
it.
I'm not even a DM and I got scared from hearing you say that.
I'm turning it down.
Sorry, that was perfect.
Primarily because all of the times I've said I have a plan.
Yes.
Alright. Sorry, guys. I gotta leave VC. I'll talk to you all later.
That's fine. I'm doing Endwalker,
See you
so
later, Zeke.
you want to know what class I'm playing right now, and then my DM think good soul he is. So these are 2 classes I'm playing right now, and I'll send it to you. And the reason being, one of them is kind of like busted. It's because the original author, before I made the edits, already what made it busted to a degree. I just expanded on that.
Homebrew classes.
Yes.
And never balanced, correct?
No, they're never balanced. But this one, I was actually trying to balance it.
Look, man, the garlic bread cleric is a genius idea.
Hold up, sorry, wait, 1 second. I copied the wrong URL.
Personally, I just enjoy looking at homebrewed shifts in obnoxiously weak normal classes.
And here's the other one. No, that's the wrong one.
I'm gonna go grab my water.
Are allowing dirty jokes and innuendos in this stream?
What?
Are allowing dirty jokes and innuendos in the stream?
Not really, but sure.
Darn.
Just like keep it like. Try not to do it like every 5
this
seconds.
Wholesome Christian stream as we play the most depressing video game in all of existence.
Magic item, homebrew magic item called the Ring of Premature Evacuation.
Oh my god.
That's not the worst magic item I've ever heard of, but that's probably because it was a flail that also was a club, but made out of a body part.
Ew. I posted the two homebrew classes that I'm currently playing. There's also one more. Let me see if I can find it.
Conjurer and Oath of Destiny.
If your hit points fall into single digits, you can use a free action to teleport away up to 30 feet.
That's a third.
Sorry, what?
To who?
Let's see. Conjurer, homebrew, fullcaster.
You must try to engage the demon and the other captives. A strap of rods at hand. Yes?
Where's the spellcasting modifier for it?
It should be the second page. Should be.
Here we are. Charisma caster with access to all spell lists.
Because in the original author, like, when he wrote it, it was like, yeah, you're not limited to any spells that aren't...
Yeah, that's totally not busted as hell.
Yeah. So I was just like... So the thing is that I had to go back and I had to talk with him. I was like, so what does this sentence mean? And he basically was like, I don't know. So I was like, so let me try to fix that and just say I have access to the spellcaster list, because apparently the original author just said, yeah, no spells you're not really limited to spells that aren't conjurer, because you just have foreseen it. I'm like, oh, okay, I guess. But the thing is that I purposely try to keep myself limited because I know how busted I can get.
And just at level 1, you can summon a CR0 monster.
Yep.
Wait a second. 10 plus proficiency bonus for charisma. Standard proficiency bonus, it's 12 is 6. And standard.
He's doing the math.
At level 20, you'd be able to summon a CR-21 creature.
And at level 20, I have this one ability if I use a spell slot.
Why the fuck does it say I am the bone of my sword?
That's
Trace on! Are you kidding me? That's just Emiya.
There's two more references if you can find them.
Master. Let's see. Blacksmith. I give power. I am the bone of my sword. Trace on. It's just... Conjurer is just a master from the Fate series.
That too, but also there's also known as the Enlightened Tactician. That's a reference if you know your series, if you know that specific series. If you don't, I'll just tell you.
Where's Enlightened Tactician?
Go to subclass and yeah.
Subclass. It's only got one. Blacksmith.
Yeah, I didn't write it yet. But the idea is, so do you know where the Enlightened one comes from? Or the
Depends.
Give me your guesses before I continue Endwalker. Give me your guesses.
Well, Enlightened.
I'll give you another hint. It is an anime.
Fortnite.
No, I said an anime.
Or in the house. Shrek.
Okay, those are your three guesses.
Well,
all wrong.
The Enlightened one is Buddha.
Yes, but it's not.
Who actually is in Fate, and he's a saver class.
Yeah, but no, it's not Buddha.
Well then, other than that, I'd say one of the 5 true magicians.
I want to say you're half right, but no.
Or a true ancestor.
Can you say what was true ancestor again? No.
Neither a true magician
I'll
nor
count.
a true ancestor.
I'll count that as one guess because that's technically from the same series.
Oh, it's from a different series.
Yes.
The Enlightened one. Not Buddha. Not true. Enlightened.
I'll give you another hint. It is, like I said, it's anime. This game, you have to be very strategic with your units. And if you're playing on a hard difficulty, your units can die. It's like playing XCOM.
Fire him?
Yeah. Yeah. That was gonna be a better giveaway. That's something more I described it.
You said when you're playing on a hard difficulty, you can and will die. I'm just like, if Fire Emblem has taught me anything, a 20% of the time will happen 100% of the time, but only if it's the enemy.
Yes, it is. It is Fire Emblem. The Enlightened one was Violet's class. The Tactician was Robin's class. Well done. Yes. So I combined the two, didn't get it. The Enlightened Tactician. And the Warrior Blacksmith, well, that's just Archer.
Yeah, that's just Emiya.
Yeah.
Which people have already made outside of this, and it's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Funny thing, if you take Pact of the Blade Warlock, your pact weapon, if your DM okays it, can count as a non-magical item, therefore can trigger the barrage spell.
But yeah, this is Conjurers, and yeah, it's gonna be fun. The worst part about this is that if I meet the certain requirements, I theoretically could actually summon a servant.
Again, level 21. You can summon a CR at level 20. You can summon a CR 21 creature.
And if I use that one ability, spend a spell slot, I could summon a CR 30. Has to be 5th level or higher though.
And how long does this summon last for?
I think an hour.
That's still a CR 30 creature for an hour.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's not totally broken at all.
Granted, it's level 20, so it's allowed to be broken.
No, it really isn't.
Yeah, you're right.
Like I cannot think of many creatures that are CR 30.
You want me to know my one plan if it comes to that? And he allowed it, if I remember.
My dude, a Tarask is CR 30. You could summon a Tarask.
I could, but it has to meet my my summon requirements. It has to meet it. But the idea that if basically by the time I get to level 20, I should basically have all creature types unlocked. But if I don't, I can't really. I won't be able to get a Tarask.
But yeah, if I remember correctly, the Tarask is the only CR 30.
Yeah.
Besides Homebrew.
Here is a homebrew of my plan. I just have to send you that, and you'll know what my brain is cooking.
Cling, cling, clong.
I sent it to you in DMs.
I saw. That's why I said pling, pling, plong.
Oh, okay.
What, have you never heard the Phase 2 song?
I did.
Then you would know it's pling, pling, plong.
Cling, cling, clong. For context, that is here. I'll send it. There you go. I found a homebrew version of that. CR31 exact. And I'm like, oh boy, yes, please. So the idea of the Enlightened Tactician, like once you get to the higher levels, is that actually I think it's gonna be like one of the very early levels, probably like 5th or 9th level. You can now your one creature type summon counts as 2.
And to its stony surface clings the city of Rods at Han.
Yeah.
I just toasted my bread for too long.
Ye who enter here are subject to the scrutiny of gods, the gate's most watchful eye.
Yeah, I was making
the
tortas,
orb which beholdeth the truth of all things.
And toasted the bread too long. I forgot that I had the toaster oven on 400.
Oh, wait, why?
Because I was cooking something else the other day in it.
Oh.
So you said torta, and I was just, and all I could think was that stupid
bearing
song.
down like a second midday sun.
What stupid song?
I don't remember the exact words, but loosely translated, it means something along the lines of "Look at this fat bitch eating a torta."
The fragrant haze,
Talking about someone's girlfriend.
Oh my god.
Smoke. The cries of merchants mingled here with lively melodies accented by dancers' feet.
Dude, not even a gem great worm.
Travelers seduced by vivid sound and colors were once swallowed up by patchwork streets.
Give me a second.
Chicken.
And I'm now in Razda at Han. Right back.
But no such scenes to savor now. To what somber present does that divine eye bear witness?
Ugh.
Here we are. Megaduta.
And then there's this Oath of Destiny Paladin. Let's take a look. Bonus action guaranteed crit. Okay.
I bet.
It seems a shame to bring you here directly. Under normal circumstances, it would have been my pleasure to show you the sights.
So you're just playing it. So you're just actually playing a master from Fate.
Yeah.
Because I'm reading this Oath of Destiny Paladin, and it's just a master.
Wait, why you say why you call it a Master of Fate then?
What?
And it
Wait,
would
why'd
be
you call
our
it Master
pleasure
of
to see
Fate?
them. Alas, it seems our tour of the
What do you
city
mean?
will have to wait.
Supporting everything.
Ah.
The sheer amount of support magic that this thing gets. You're just playing one of the protagonists
I'm
from
afraid
Fate.
so.
Or from the Nasuverse in general.
We should head inside.
The level 17 ability, read it. What does it remind you of?
You mean of Conjurer?
No. Of you said you're reading Oath of Destiny, right?
Ah, here, it doesn't have a level 17 ability, it just has a level 17 spells.
Ah. No, sorry.
Does that say Gios?
Geese.
Well, technically
Your
it's pronounced
Excellency,
Geish.
may I
Geish.
present our honored visitors?
It's a Celtic curse.
Huh.
I know.
Splendid.
Celtic.
I always read it as
Most
Gauss,
splendid.
like the Gauss Warthog in Halo.
Allow me to introduce myself. I am Ahawan, satrap of
I might be
Radzatan.
thinking of something else then.
Alchemists
I was trying to say was
No, it's
read,
Geish.
invaluable in the creation of the
read
scale.
read the Oath of
Such deeds ought to be
Destiny's
recognized in person.
20th level ability.
Thus did I have young Varshan convey you
Fate worse
here
than death.
forthwith. On behalf of my people, may I express to you our sincere gratitude.
Or are under the effects of Bane or Bless spells. Your choice. That's not broken. If you roll on the die of your ability check, attack roll, damage roll, or saving throw is a 1, you can choose to re-roll the die, but must take the new result. Fair enough. On reducing a creature to
regrettable
0 hit
incident
points,
indeed.
you can choose your seventh string of fate.
Her
binds
colleagues
them,
insist
forever
that
dooming
we
them to
honor her
eternal fate.
wishes and trust in the
The
talisman.
creature continuously
that it will be
experiences deaths of all
instrumental in
kinds and
saving
fashions
Medana
and cannot
and
be
the others.
saved from this fate by anything short of a wish
I
spell.
am eager to hear your opinion on the matter, so let us not stand on ceremony. Come, sit.
You know, lore reasons that's horrifying. Gameplay reasons that
think
just
not.
means that they can that their
This
that
charade
resurrection
has
spells
gone
don't
long
work
enough.
on them.
Show yourself.
I sentence you to an eternity of retail
Forgive
work.
me, but were you expecting musicians, perhaps?
I was gonna
There
say
are no
McDonald's,
performers
but that
waiting in
works
the wings
too.
at present,
Do you see what I just
but
said, Joe?
arrangements could be made
Yeah, I
if
saw
you
that.
prefer.
Yeah.
He hath the right of
It's just JoJo.
The
It's
time
just
of
JoJo.
artifice is past. Raise the curtain.
As you wish.
Yeah, reading the spell description, that is a Celtic Geish.
You travel
It's
as
it's a curse that you can inflict upon someone and force that thing to happen. The
you
funny
are.
thing about
Wait,
the
wait,
Geish
wait, 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 wait. That's a dragon.
Even here have we heard scions of the seventh dawn.
How are
I am
Ritra?
And for years uncounted hath this isle served as mine abode.
Yes.
Vritra of the first brood.
Vritra.
Tracevelga and Nidhogg.
I, mine elder brothers, of Midgard's Sorn's spawn. I was last to hatch.
Vritra was last to hatch. Okay.
Well, isn't this a surprise? We were told Radzat Han had an alliance with a dragon. Not that a great worm sat in the satrap's own hall.
A necessary subterfuge, as the true tale of our nation history illustrates most effectively. In the beginning, the rock upon which our city is built was home to Vitra, and Vitra alone. In time, the ancestors of the Matanga came to the island and established a foothold. But never did they dare disturb the worm's lair. Next to arrive with the Aura, adopting the example of their Arkasodra allies, they too treated Vitra with reverence and respect. And for many years, an understanding between our forefathers and the Great Worm endured. Until marauding heroes from the mainland came, threatening to shatter our peace and tranquility. When it seemed all would be drowned in blood, Vitra himself came forth and quelled the rising conflict. A peaceful accord was reached, and oaths sworn in Vitra's name. Thus began the dragon's governance of the fledgling state, which was to grow into Radzat Han.
But if Ritra is still here, then your position as satrap is just...
A charade, yes. And one which my family has performed faithfully for generations.
Many envy the great worms their power. Were it known that I ruled here, then the fires of war would burn without end. I would not be the flame which consumeth my people. Those few who join me in laying our country's foundations were, perforce, sworn to secrecy.
Your eye. It was taken.
It was. His eye was taken.
'Tis here, buried within the semblance of flesh.
Wait, what?
The body before thee is but a simulacrum, constructed by the finest artisans of Radzat Han. With mine eye nestled within, it doth serve
Congratulations,
as an
you've been hoodwinked.
inconspicuous vessel.
I've been hoodwinked.
That would explain why I felt the presence of a dragon upon our first meeting.
You know what? That's smart.
I am woven with words fashioned to deceive such arcane senses. Though 'twas short-lived, it seemeth thy fusion with my brother hath left thee much altered. Estinian warm blood.
So these two know each other because of that. Oh well, he knows his name.
From the very first, we sensed the nature of one another. Yet did neither one of us bear his fangs. That is all I need know of thee for now.
With my secret thus revealed, I have for you a proposal. Not as a worm of the first brood, but as the ruler of Radzat Han. With all haste must we take in hand the finished talismans and breach this foul spire. Thence should it lay within our power to dispel its wicked influence. Yet even with the assurance of the warding scales, the narrow confines of the tower doth limit the size of our force.
And thus denied strength in numbers, thou must choose thy soldiers with care.
Just so. Yet though our radiant host is formidable, I see a surer path before me. Thou and thy comrades have contended with a multitude of
Of course. Look straight at me.
Thou didst cast down false gods in Pagalthan and Cartanau, I am told.
A Mexican screwdriver?
Mexican Fanto vodka.
The Scions have proven themselves the most capable, and I ask that you serve as the tip of our spear. Talismans would, of course, be provided for each of thy companions. And should you agree to this undertaking, more will be provided to make use of as you see fit.
There's no denying it's a dangerous proposition, but the rewards may far outweigh the risk. Just think of what we might accomplish if we could equip all our allies with warding scales. I worry, however, that even the four of us may be too few for what you have in mind. Might we regroup with our friends first to discuss the matter?
'Tis no trifling task that I have laid before you. Go. Steel your hearts and hone your plans. Such time as you require shall be spent in crafting your protective charms.
Square Enix to collab with Phantoms.
It seems a quick trip back to Charlian is in order.
Could call it like Final Fantasy or something like that. Would be funny.
Wilt thou not lend thine aid?
Whether your request be made as a great worm or the ruler of Radzat Han, I see no reason to refuse, nor will I.
He sees no reason. He sees no reason to refuse. Estinian, you have a heart.
Oh, he does care.
He does. So I might not be able to get my Reaper to level 81, so I might have to pray.
As someone who played through the entire story as a Reaper, they don't comment on the fact that you're a Reaper in the main story.
Yeah. They don't. I'm upset at that. I'm upset at that.
Oh, they do later. It's just not during 6.0.
Oh, okay. I'm guessing all of Endwalker is 6.0.
Well, yes.
Okay.
And then post Endwalker is 6. Whatever it was released.
Okay. So okay.
Was it 6 or 7? I don't remember anymore.
Let us return to our comrades in Charlian and muster a suitable group for our foray into the Tower of Zot. And if you hadn't already done so, be sure to attune to the ether right here before departing, unless, of course, you enjoy violent nausea. I'd rather not enjoy volley. I can't get back in that way? I can't get back into Radzat Han.
Yep, you're not allowed back in just yet.
Oh, that okay. Well, okay. I have the great work tuned, so I can go. Oh, this is 1,000. Oh. Text me code, they can't go dancing. Mint deal. Huh. Wait. Okay. Can't take a second to delve into the discoveries. Okay. Na 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 na. Alright, time to talk to. Time to join the students in their trip into Charlian.
Nerds.
Taking the books. An unsettling change has come over Charlian, but together we can divine the underlying cause of the form's callousness. As I mentioned before, however, questioning the counselor directly is fruitless endeavor. They seem to have already come to the conclusions as to what and how little they are willing to divulge. Which is why I began scouring Charlian's archive of historical records for any hint of the connection to the final days. Suffice to say, the progress has been slow. There are only so many dusty pages one can skim in a day, but now I have this band of willing reinforcements that search should be proceed. All the swifter. Let us reconvene outside the Num, shall we? Exit the annex to the right, and you'll find the archives western to the edge of the woods. I remember there was a granted I could have just used Meteorite, but I just like walking in the new areas. for a little bit. I remember there was once like an emote that you can get, which is just called depression. Is that still an actual thing?
I wasn't paying attention. What?
I remember there was an emote that and it's released or was going to release, and I'm not sure if it's still a thing, but it was just called depression. Is that still a thing?
Presumably.
Oh my god. Because I remember extended deep beneath the surface with like the roots of a tree. Vast halls of the great gold library pale in comparison to the enormous endless maze of subterranean chambers. Any students of Sarlene is free to enter and peruse shelves, well, most of the shelves. Only Archons are afforded access to certain restricted vaults. I dispatched to Shola Raha to investigate those. Meanwhile, Alize and Alpin will help me continue my search to the stack opens to the general public. Your status presents more of a problem. As a non-citizen, you are only permitted to browse the first floor here at the entrance. Even so, there should be a number of books which touch upon Charlian history or foreign policy. Your task will find study relevant to publications. I promise you, a working knowledge for those subjects will make it far easier to spot the sort of clue we're looking for. Let us be about it, shall we? I told the others to meet us at the stone benches over there once they found something promising tomes. Happy reading? I'm not going to be happy reading this. But yes, put a Grim Reaper to read books. I'm going to show you my name. I'm terrifying. Since with the land of Eorzea, it was that he built the giant ship that some of their crewmen at sail for him. Realm, the flood arrived at the footholds. It was true of all the arches spark and danger did not pass. Though a brave approach, threatening to smash the vessel to pieces. With only moments to spare, move a mighty spell of teleportation and shift the entire ship to safely atop Althea's spawn. Refugees from a surrounding region settled them, but it was not hoped for. Disputes for dwindling supply of food led to violent bloodshed. Sat on the website, effort gathered to him and his crew. His grateful passengers are abandoned the Arctos, where in peace they journey to the coast, where they built a new ship intent upon returning to the Northern Seas. They landed on a beach of an island set up on the very spot. I'm right now just skimming through these books at this point now. Yes, you'll see him. Scholars are facing a demand to encourage regular fashion and okay, right. Bonds would simply refer to it as the Emporium. When we got the treasure hunters claim themselves reportedly found the colony and gave it another name, Idleshire. Ah, so this was for Idleshire. A couple of Idleshire. Okay. That was part of it. Alright. Well-worn manual. Let's see that. $40-20 summer. Forever 20 summers. That just sounds like a love book. Yeah, it's a love book. Blue cover. Cool. And then leather bound. Okay. Introduction to the Heavens. This sounds like it was who launched Alamut and sought to expand on Earthbound. That sounds as if they just created a rocket ship. Okay. A voice of a growing city. Thank God I'm not a citizen of this area. Is there an Australian history and the formation of a form outside of the gate point? Yay! I did it! Did it. I forgot. Where is Stola again?
Somewhere.
Okay. Saying FF and Carly should be arriving shortly. As far as I can see, no titles of the Arcanum expedition to final day specifically, so we have no choice but to start. Whether change with relevant tones, if there are even that. At present, though, as quickly as you dare share our discoveries, so to make them. It would be nice to invite everyone to the estate, plenty of comfortable places to read, and a ready supply of hot tea. It was quite fun of reading outside. But it's not about the little pleasures, is it? You miss your home. It's been difficult. After arrival, we managed to speak with one of the family servants and ask how things were. It seems our dear father has instructed his staff that even if Alfred and I were to return to Charlotte, we were not allowed to cross the threshold. That is fucked. Like, what the fuck? I don't like that, man. I don't like that, man. Alright, hers indeed. I hope our efforts on this position in the form will perhaps lead to recognition. We'll mend this raft one day, I'm certain of it. What of you, Graha? Have you been to visit your family, or do they not live in the city? Well, my situation is somewhat complicated. I was raised in Charlene, yes, but I was born rather farther away. In the southern regions of Ilsburg, in fact, for generations my people have dwelt in Fargos, the coastal region opposite of the island of Savnir. The Algians founded a city in that fertile land, and by ship brought in subjected tribes of Makote to serve as laborers. Of course, the massive earthquakes of the Fourth Calamity brought an end to the Empire's reign, and when the Fifth froze the seas solid, many of the tribes still living in Carvers braved the journey back to Eorzea. My ancestors, however, chose to remain, that they might prevent the remnants of Algian technology from being misused. Isn't Carvos under Garlean rule? For the past 50 years, yes. Some semblance of the local culture remains, as it is the case for most imperial provinces, but Garlean remained the region locus amonis. When I was a boy, a nearby town came under the jurisdiction of an illustrious imperial family, and nobles of the House Darnus. Wait, that name, Darnus. House Darnus demonstrated singular interest in Algian civilization, and so my tribe was forced to consider a plan of action. For some time, voices had been raised in favor of abandoning our ancient custom. After all, the Algian Eye no longer passed to our eldest children as regularly as it once had. But your discovery eventually tipped the scales in the direction it was made to bury the ties of knowledge and traditions of Alec. As the last child born with the Albion Eye, I was given over to custody of friends and the students of Bastion who had me registered as a Charlene citizen. Very inconsiderate, forgive me. It was an unkind question. Even Thanker was taken by the Archon Louis, was he not? Stories of adopted wives and rescued orphans are more common among Charlenes than you might think. Yet, regardless of origins, we all provide with equal opportunity to learn and sufficient prosperity. The outsiders can even earn the vaunted title of Archon. This is exactly why I have such love for this country and why I wish to remain a nation of which a citizen can be proud. Here. And then,
Huh?
Huh? I thought you called my name.
No.
Okay. Here. Another good reason to get to the bottom of the form and stubbornness aside, the trifling matter of our impending doom. Excuse us while we try to make our headway in these books, Art. More company should be arriving at any moment. This is literally just waiting simulator right now. We returned with our selections. Although I must say the pickings were quite slim indeed. Miss Carlisle has already flicked through every history book devoted to the disaster and more than a few which barely mention any of them. As such, we'll be looking into researching papers of unbooked calamities, as well as the articles written by prominent forum members, perhaps. Their knowledge of the final days comes with an unexpected source. Speaking of which, might I ask you a few questions related to the final days? I'm the only one who didn't witness the events at Aramut. Fuck, how you pronounce the Shadowbringer area?
Huh? Amarat?
Amarat, thank you. Amarat, firsthand, and fear I may be overlooking critical details. Thanks. Now, where to begin? First things first, what kind of phenomena did the ancients encounter as the final days grew nigh? A complete distillation of creation magics, primal of unrivaled powers summoned from the ether, the worst kind of phenomenon you can imagine. I'm really real. Yes, an unfold catastrophe brought the havoc of all manner of life. Chaos extended by the ancient themselves, causing the power of creation to spiral out of control. Fear and despair manifest in terrible, tangible fashion. Meteors break from the sky, fire erupting from the ground, indestructible abominations prowling the streets. It more or less aligns with my understanding. If only the art of creation had survived until the present day, we may have had something substantial to analyze. To the best of our knowledge, however, these techniques were not preserved or passed on. Nishtola surmises that the closest known magic is that of the summoning rituals created by the Asians. Was it there on else note which heralded the approach of the final days? The entire star was engulfed by a disaster all at once. They say it began with keeping sound in the land itself. Alpha, now you answer this one. Why is that an option? Alpha, no, you answer this one. Well, as you wish. You were there with me, I made sure you were. The Amorites were debating the cause of an anomaly which had been observed in the land across the sea. By this fact alone, we can deduce that the final days occurred not all at once over the world, but rather had a point of origin from which it began to spread. So I'm guessing 0.1, when that ended, that was our version of the final days. Esther.
Sorry, busy.
Okay. Alright. When you're less busy, I'll ask the question again.
What did you say?
So 0.1. I'm guessing that was our version of the final days.
0.
Or was that? Or was that? Huh?
Sorry, repeat that?
So the final days when meteors were raining from the sky and all that. When Bahamut was summoned to nuke the entire server that it was 1.0, was that our version of the final days, or was that just Bahamut nuking the entire server?
That was just Bahamut nuking the absolute shit out of everything.
Okay.
Thumbral Calamity.
Okay.
Yeah.
Calamity's
That was
not the same as the final days.
very different, yeah.
Okay. So, because I remember watching a cutscene.
It's like comparing a ant bite to a dagger to the stomach.
Okay. Because I remember watching a cutscene in the servers that was 1.0 thanks to the restoration project, because people wanted to play it and witness it. One of the very cutscene, the start of the cutscene, was that you actually witness the final day, like the meteor showers. Like you actually witness it as you're walking through the forest.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now I don't doubt that might have triggered something that was very similar to what happened in the first shard when Elidibus showed everyone the meteor storm.
Okay.
But that was not the final days at all.
Okay, just checking. Okay, so the final days was already a fact in 14, long before the server got nuked. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Volcano rising in the air itself just before a region was visited by the catastrophe. We never did hear the sound ourselves, of course, thrust as we were into the midst of the madness. So the ground was crying out, you said, to be considered the harbinger of doom. It must have been quite distinctive and quite loud. Probably quite loud. I'll have to speak with one of the Normans, Manets, and ask after any books which make mention of such a sound. Last, but not least, could you describe how the ancients sought to quell this unprecedented calamity? What definitive action did they take? They knocked down the moon from the sky. What? They summoned Zodiark, they summoned Hydaelyn, they knocked Dalamud from the sky. Dalamud is one of our moons, right?
Yes, no.
It was actually knocked from the sky.
Dalamud was an Alagun creation that they put up there to seal away Bahamut.
Okay.
It's an artificial moon.
Okay. Just had to double check because that was an action. That was literally a prompt to say that.
I'm looking at the screen.
It's beautiful.
Whilst going through an alliance raid. Why do you think keep saying I'm kind of busy?
Okay. Zodiark or Hydaelyn. I think either one is the correct one. Because no.
What did they summon Hydaelyn for?
They summoned Hydaelyn for Zodiark, and Zodiark was for the Calamity. Yes, with Elidibus serving as his heart, so many gave themselves in sacrifice to bring him into being. We do not know how Zodiark brought salvation to a star, only that by his godlike will were the laws of nature set right. And once the bounty for redress, the ancients offered up a further sacrifice to heal the ravages of the final days. Lives sprouted anew, and it was these vigilant souls they intended to render unto Zodiac, a trig that would have allowed them to resurrect the shades of loved ones absorbed by the prime. Or might have had Vanat and her followers not manifested their opposition in the form of Heidel. Thank you both for a detailed review. I feel much more confident now in my understanding of events. With all the fleshly in minds, it does make me wonder what the Telophori truly mean when they speak of bringing back the final days. We've seen what they're doing with the power with the towers of theirs, enforcing people to summon primals. A kind of catalyst? Are they attempting to mirror the conditions caused by unstable creation magics? Or are they simply using the final days as a figure of speech? A convenient metaphor for a scale of destruction they plan to unleash. But this is all pointless conjecture at this stage. Let us return our attention to the form, shall we? We should keep an eye out. But this time, begin just by studying these research papers. Back to the weighing simulator! I should probably talk there. So nowadays under all red surface, that is what we're hoping. To the old books, as I thought. The way of luck in more recent events, if I can find anything to inform with better. What else do I know of Carvers? Precious little, I'm afraid. I've not returned since my Super left from first here. I'll tell you about the Carvers, who still seek to slip the yoke of the Imperial Masters, though the fighting is far less fierce than it once was. Oh, and they have carpets, flying carpets. Those are quite extraordinary. It's pretty comforting to hold these diagnoses into my hand. Right there, enough children, more reading. Ishtola. I am the last, am I? Well, I'm extending my search to the Archon stacks produced one or two possible useful books, but I wouldn't get your hopes up. If you recall, Urianger learned of the source's reflection from the Gurin oracles for its potential to cause panic and confusion, but the tome was deemed apocrypha. Okay. Apocrypha. It's missing an H then. And sealed away in the Great Global Library. There's even less likely the knowledge of the unsundered world, not to mention the horrors of the final days, will be left sitting on a shelf for any curious scholars to find. It stands to reason that my colleagues, be they archons or counselors, should perforce be largely ignorant of the subject. Yet what they confront a master. What's his face? I'm not saying. I don't. What's this man's name? Fortuno. Thank you. With the knowledge of the Telophori and the machinations, he scoffed at the suggestion that they posed a threat. He's adamant that the form would know if the final days were truly upon us, which only supports the conclusion that whatever privileged wisdom is guiding the form of behavior, it is being kept secret from the rest of the nation. Which is why I say they're bad. Not that I mean to excuse myself from reading duty. Whether they contain mention of the final days or no, these books would yet hold something of value. You weren't thinking of leaving, were you? There's plenty of work for everyone. Shit. No, don't make me read. I have things to beat up. Why does your shoulder want me to read? You labor for what feels like an age as your shoulder research assistant. Well, I'm her assistant at least. I'm pretty sure people will call that a kink. But she appears to be lost in his reading. Not the of interest so far. I think it's still pretty bright about getting our hopes up. I think you're resistant, but I think I can manage the rest without your assistance. If I were you, I'd steal a few quiet moments for myself. You look exhausted, but what about your studies? Were you able to... What about your studies? Were you able to find any books on the subject I mentioned? The days are well spent. Should you wish to read them again, a man at the reference desk will point you in the right direction. For the moment, though, I suggest you take a well-deserved rest. You will be occupying with the research for quite some time.
Oh, shit.
Ready for a tea break, Artie? I know I am. Honestly, my neck and shoulders are going to calcify if I don't stretch my legs and walk around a bit. You know the last stand down in the harbor, don't you? Come and meet me near the outside tables. I'll treat you to their coffee and spike it.
Oh.
Busy as ever, I see. Very strongly that no other garment cafe has sprung upon to complete our customer. Actually, this probably gives me an idea. Before we place an order, why don't we ask a few questions engaged in literacy? I'm interested to hear what the average citizens say about the library. We might even learn something new. It's a try, don't you think? Yeah. Yeah. Get your butt up here. What? I said, and I might not enjoy a moment of private respite. If you're looking to stay at a table there, I respect the request that you look elsewhere. You must understand, sir. We're simply wondering if you knew that Lawfrey. Its end was a peace. I promise an end to all we hold dear, and... Wait, you're a house Livier girl, aren't you? And this man with you is obviously a foreigner. I heard you were disowned for helping outsiders indulge in the barbaric winds. And here you are giving truth to the rumor. I think you to leave me be. I've not to say to the likes of you. I'm 3 seconds away from cutting this man with my scythe. I must apologize for foolish beings expecting onto civility from one so enlightened. Come,
What the hell?
Yes, I believe I had the pleasure. I excuse the interruption, but we were hoping that we might share your thoughts on Lawfrey and their conspirable plans. My goodness, if it isn't the young Miss Levier. My apologies, but I work in the office of the forum, and if word reached Master Fortunato, Fortunato, thank you, Fortunato, that I was helping you. Let's see. Wish I'd have bothered. I feel so bad for her. Everyone is just turning her down because of the form and what they did. Okay, so what can I offer you today?
I'm gonna stop you just for a second. Because I'm going to tell you something that I just experienced, which means you're going to experience it when you get here.
What?
Congratulations, you've waited so long that now the Alliance raids can be done whilst largely ignoring most of their mechanics.
Huh?
We skipped the second half of the last boss of the first Alliance raid.
How?
GP, yes, the bad guys.
Okay.
Alright, let me put it to you this way. The gear that these Alliance raids were giving out was the highest end gear you could get. They were the strongest at all. Item level 590.
Wow.
There is not a single piece of gear that I am wearing that is that weak.
So you DPS the shit out of it.
Yeah, I was expecting some fun mechanics and we just killed him.
Was it synced?
No, it was a level 90 Alliance raid.
So synced.
Yes, my dude.
That's
Hit on the roulette.
That's disgusting.
Indeed.
That's disgusting. Oh my god.
Congratulations, you waited that long.
Well, is that a good thing or a bad thing?
You won't be able to experience all the mechanics. We had one dude die like 5 times every boss, and we still beat him before all mechanics went through.
Wow. I might be able to experience all the mechanics one day. Maybe. Hopefully.
What do you mean one day? The longer it goes on, the farther we get from the point at which they won't just one-shot it. Or the closer we get to the point where they'll just one-shot it.
I thought, well, if it's synced, I thought that, the whole point of being synced, that the item level would just stay there.
No. Dude. The item level sync doesn't apply to the Alliance raids. At least not right now.
Okay, that explains it. I can feel like by the time Dawntrail comes out there, it's going to.
Oh, no, it doesn't at all.
At all?
Yeah, it was just looking through it. None of the previous raids, Alliance raids, normal raids, or anything, have ever had item sync.
Okay.
Just level sync.
Okay. Well, let's see if I can experience it one day. I could just.
The one I just went through was the first Alliance raid. The average item level recommendation was 565. I'm currently on the low end of 637.
Wow.
Yeah. You waited a bit too long.
It's fine. Well, I didn't wait. It's more like I kind of had no choice.
Too long.
Yeah. Blame school for that.
School. I remember that. Wait, what were you, in school for?
Art.
If you don't mind me asking.
Art. Art. Yeah.
Well, I guess that explains the name.
Well, not really. RT is just a short abbreviation for
I know
art.
I know what the actual reason is. It's just a funny joke.
Okay.
I mean, to give you another example of it, Do you want to know the average item level for the final boss of Endwalker?
What?
540.
Okay. Anyway, meet Dixon, the last time I used the frequent cafe on the occasion between lessons at the stadium. This is like ages now. I remember hearing that you and Master Alfino had set sail for Eorzea, but then you never came back. Lately, there's been gossip about your father disowning the pair of you. Everything alright at home? It's complicated. I wouldn't expect a complete stranger to be so familiar with our situation so quickly. Everyone has an opinion, it seems. Well, it is House Levier. No matter how discreet Master Fortuno may have been, news of your family's doings never stays secret for so long. Things been here. Things being what they are. What brings you back to the city now of all times? When we have questions and only you Charlene have answers, tell me, Master Dixon, have you heard anything about the apocalypse called the Final Days? Man, like the end of the world, it's nothing like that, I'm afraid, and what, you're here to help? Find information on this apocalypse? Yes, what have we learned? Unfortunately, your patrons appear to be unwilling to speak with me. I wish there was more I could help. Maybe there is. You're a visitor of to Charlene, aren't you? Oh. Then a few will know your face. You should be able to pass off as a server with none the wiser. We just finished preparing a few orders. Strike up a friendly conversation while you're setting down food. You might just get the answers you're looking for. Not a bad idea. I hate to ask, but what do you think? I better get like a glam for this, but okay. That's just great. Pay attention now. I'll explain where each of these dishes needs to go. The tea is set for the chatty group assigned to Water Edge. The omelet is for one of our regulars, a Highlander named Isia. She's sitting at an outside table with her friends. Behind them, you should see a Macaulay gentleman ordering an oven-baked lobster. Got all that? If you're not sure, just ask and I'll explain it again. Good luck. Fuck. I'm gonna cheat. There it is. Place the correct dish on the first customer table. The first customer? The tea set. Okay. You agree, don't you? I'm still waiting on that charming little tea set. Tea set. Oh, my tea set. Thank you. Lovely, thank you. Batafli who? I'm sorry. I've never heard of them, or their final days. My friends and I are somewhat uninformed when it comes to current events. Now, if you wanted to hear about ritual arcane practice of the 6th astral era, common or aesthetic, then I'd be happy to talk your ear off. Okay, that's good. Cafe table. Marcelia. That's because I'm starving. I've never known the service to be this slow. Okay. Regulars, a Highlander, and Gristle. Okay. She wants. Finally. 2, 4, 6, 8. Let's not dig in. No time to waste. She just did a cheer. Withering Waves when also I'm here and speed running the Ito event. Yes, I forgot it. What the topic? Ah, yes, I remember seeing the name in the latest because that and some grand claim about the end of days. Same old senseless warmongering. When will all these fools grow tired of spilling each other's blood? Best stay out of it, I say. The Forum made the right choice, and I fully support their decision to remain neutral. Okay, so apparently I just ran by a person who's been by in earlier days of FF14 called Mint Dew. Neat. I just ran by her without any knowledge of who she was. Content vision, I've heard it melts in your mouth like the most succulent roast ever made. And you, of course. Urban banter with a smile. What? Should I click that? No. Okay.
Give the correct food.
No, I want to do the urban banter with a smile. You haven't baked lobster's mind. You have no idea how long I scummed and saved and suffered to afford this heavenly dish. Also, they give a free voucher. Yes, you heard me right. Free voucher for 75-star. Genshin could never. Genshin would never. The final days? This is the first I've heard of it. Although, that would explain why my friend has been rushing off his feet. It must be a busy time to be a gleaner. You don't know what gleaners? They're collectors of sorts. Travel the world procuring things that haven't got in a Charlian priceless, books, unusual live specimens, and so forth. A name for those folks who trailed after reapers in the fields, picking up every grain which was missed. By all accounts, gleaning is the most meticulous and demanding profession. If these soldiers make good on their audacious threats, then many uncatalogued rarities could be lost forever. Why else would the gleaners be buzzing about in such a frenzy? Watch the harbor. You'll see what I mean. They're carting loads in from the docks all day. It's never been this hectic before, not like this. Wait. This might sound fucked, but is the reason... No. I'll hold my tongue. I'll hold my tongue until I learn my information. Any trouble with the customers? Were you able to get anyone talking? Interesting. They seem unaware of the final days aside from whatever vague news the guests are printing. Even Dixon had nothing of her, and he's the best source of gossip in the city. The forum does have secret knowledge, and they've done an impressive job of ensuring no one whispers it in the wrong ear. In any case, thank you for playing the part so well. Here, a cup of coffee I promised. Well, let's enjoy our drink elsewhere, shall we? You're behind the parasol, away from gossips and wagging tongues. This is definitely an Alize moment. She deserved it. Yes, they should do nicely. Out of the wind and out of sight.
When our father disowned us, I couldn't believe what I was hearing. It wasn't until much later that his words began to sink in, that I began to feel the weight of what it meant. Do you remember when the decision was made to come to Charlian? Graham said that the Forum was determined to keep us in the dark, and that Father's venomous performance was part of that strategy, to keep us at arm's length. Perhaps it was. Father argued with Grandfather on many occasions, but never with such dismissive contempt. And when he demanded what justifies the sacrifices we make in war, I honestly didn't know what to say. Neither did Alphino, I know, but never for one moment did I believe we had made the wrong choice. So all I could do was fume silently. It was only afterwards that I realized how childish I had been. How being stubborn and self-righteous must run in the family. If I could have just mustered a civil response, then things might have turned out differently.
The Gleamers, they're back.
They must be ferrying goods to Labyrinthos. A vast complex beneath the island. Sharlayan is famous for archiving knowledge from around the world. Well, that knowledge is not preserved exclusively in dusty tomes and desiccated samples. Our living library, comprised of all manner of flora and fauna, is housed and studied within that underground facility. Still, that did seem to be an unusually large shipment. When I lived here, it was rare to even see such cargo transported by boat. Wait! Didn't you hear something in the last stand about the Gleaners coming and going more than usual?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think they're the ones we saw manning those boats. And Gleaners answer to the Forum. If the appearance of the Telophoroi prompted this sudden burst of activity, then Labyrinthos may hold a clue as to what the Forum is planning.
Are we busting into the labyrinth? We're gonna bust into the labyrinth.
Perhaps, meme.
The labyrinth's descent. We should tell the others what we've learned about the Gleaners. Go ahead to the Norm, and I'll join you in a moment. Master Dixon will want us to help us back. Yep. Mint do. She's still dancing. Nice. Neat. Welcome back, Art. Been out for a walk with your head, have you? Not exactly. We did some impromptu investigating and turned up information on the Gleaners. Makes sense. The Gleaners take their requests directly from the institution and the bureaucrats. But you say, we ultimately answer to the Forum. A sudden significant increase in Gleaner traffic and cargo, it certainly gives the impression of an overarching plan being put into motion. Let us see what theory we can build from the facts. As Y'shtola observed earlier, Noram's archives appeared to contain no information contained in Final Days. But with what Arte and Alize learned at the last stand, we can be reasonably sure that the Showings know nothing of a particular period of ancient history. Yet my father and his colleagues are not only familiar with Final Days, but are also somehow certain that destruction being perpetuated by the Telophori is wholly unlikely these apocalyptic events. Moreover, the Forum claims to be so occupied by a duty of such pressing importance that they saw it fit unanimously to deny a Rory-suspect parade. And now the cleaners, official agents of state, have been mobilized on an unprecedented scale. I do not think it is stretch to conclude that the Gleaner's recent activities are in service of the Forum's secretive ends. In each case, our answer's rise seems obvious. We visit Lamborthios and assess the situation for ourselves, and if we're lucky, the Gleaners will be far more perspective to our questions. A fine idea. What should we expect down there? Anything would be better than burying my head in another dusty old book. I understand not everyone is a studious type. Consider this a welcome change of pace, then. As for myself, there are a few more subjects I should like to research. I may join you later, but feel free to leave behind your borrowed books and be on your way. I'll see to it each is returned to its proper place. That'd be a great help. Thank you, Rahan. Let's head downstairs and over there. I'll show you where the entrance is. What were each Scion's doctorate in then?
Huh?
What were the Scions? Like, I'm guessing each Scion member has a doctorate in something specific, right?
I mean, kinda, yeah.
So we know that Y'shtola was had her doctorate in etherology, right?
Mm-hmm.
What was Thancred's?
Not a fucking clue. To
Ariange?
be fair, there are so many things about Thancred that the answer is not a fucking clue to.
Okay. Well, Ariange.
And that is, you ask anyone, and that will be the answer.
Ariange?
Why do you know so little about Dadcred? Because he's very secretive about his past.
He's very secret. Very, very secretive about that. Alright, what about Ariange or Grahatia?
Off the top of my head, I do not honestly remember any of them.
Okay. We know Y'shtola. Alize and Alphino are working for their doctorates, but what is it? You don't know?
I'm trying to remember.
Okay. Ready?
Actually, now I think about it, I think Thancred's was just stealth and espionage.
But he has an Archon mark.
Yeah, you can get a doctorate in stealth and espionage.
Oh, okay. Let's do some notes.
But also, think about it. If you want to ask about all the doctorates, now think about yourself. You're just some random dude.
Yeah.
It's like every other Scion. I have a doctorate of some kind, Alphino and Alize. I'm a little bit too young to have one, but I'm currently working on it. You. So what do you have a doctorate in? Kicking ass and taking names. I don't think you get a doctorate in that.
Would you like to find out how I do?
I was like, would you like me to write you a thesis on it? Feel free to ask. Actually writes a thesis on the most efficient way of defeating different individual monsters.
And then proceeds to give a demonstration on the teacher.
Just like, and Here is a in-depth guide on how to kill every single one of the gods. What?
But this is about you just beating them up with a stick. Exactly.
Exactly. Hey, they're dead. What's the difference between if I use a stick or a magic sword? If the result is the same.
Honestly, if we actually do get in somehow in Dawntrail, there's like a blue or gold quest that just says, hey, would you like to get your doctorate? And one of the options was just kicking ass and taking names. I would take it like in a heartbeat.
Of course, everyone in the entire server would have a doctorate in kicking ass and taking names in that case.
That'd be the best meme ever. Like, I would willingly go to school just to learn how to kick ass and take names. Okay, like, willingly.
I find it hilarious that Thancred's skirt chasing was honestly just an act for his espionage work. I mean, think about it. He does it a shit ton at the beginning, and then not at all after you start working together.
Oh yeah.
Like after you actually get to know him, you're just like, wow, you're actually a really chill dude. What's with all the skirt chasing? Because people look down on people who they think are playboys, and they don't expect much from them. Huh. Fair enough.
So that's why people call him like the flirtatious bard or whatever.
Yes. I mean, have you ever heard him sing anything ever?
Nope.
Dude ain't a bard.
Deep beneath the scarlet city shines a false sun within a fabricated sky. In any age exist those who consider the floor an extension of their bookshelves, and this vault's architects surely belonged to that special breed. If the stack grows too high, start a new one. If no room remains, then make more rooms. A simple solution at first, and then bit by bit, a profound transformation.
They actually keep cattle down here. What is this, a Noah's Ark?
Knowledge, buried beneath knowledge, a growing, creeping labyrinth from which there is no escape.
I'm burning things. None more than empty.
Not what you expected. I must admit, the artifice is very convincing. But I assure you that we are beneath Sharlayan itself. The breeze you feel, the flowing waters you hear, all created by the hand of man.
The island is volcanic, you see, and once upon a time this great hollow must have been a reservoir for magma. It was discovered some 400 years ago, at which point it was repurposed as a storage facility for scrolls and samples and such. Renovations have continued, with nigh on no interruption to this day, with the lower levels still undergoing expansion.
Interesting.
Aren't those people gleaners?
Aye, judging by their dress. They are said to work alone as a rule, but 'twould seem that rule is being enthusiastically broken today. It may be as you suspected, that they are engaged in a task apart from the norm.
Let's spread out and get some answers then. Did you call to me just now?
So I can finish one of the missions because an NPC got locked with items, but...
No.
Oof.
How odd. I must be a bit dizzy from the descent. I'll be fine, I'm sure. Let's get to work, shall we?
I'm pretty sure Genshin is now, like, trying to work on, so, like, you can now, like, specifically focus on the quests that you want to focus on. I'm surprised it wasn't, like, implemented on the Ito quest line. You can give help or give more headaches. But you don't have to look like a gleaner, and I'm no mood for idle chatter. One of my colleagues here was exhausted. He took a tumble and crashed into pallet crates. Now I got a pack of mammoths running loose. Okay. Let me think. The scene should be item 1058, Shroom 1059, Shroom Berry 1060, or 1061. Back of my head feels like it's stuffed with mocka grass. Why were loads taken out then carried in? Why do all these once? Risk mix can get up. What if someone mistakes the Coughlin carrots for the Garlean, the Gyre Abrian carrots? What then? So they're coming in and out of that process at a quick pace. More than they're used to. Not a moment. You want to know what I'm doing? Hauling books and ore and fauna. If needs hauling, I haul it. Every decade or so, they stock up on Limbrith, as you know, sort of tidy up the inventory. Never seen an operation like this before, though. They just did one a few summers ago. Even then, with no warning at all, this mess gets dropped in our laps. Orders from on high demand. Damned if I know the reason. Be that they're changing the layout, prepping for the next big expansion. So they're thinking it's just the next big expansion for Labyrinthios. Any luck? What tales did the Gleaners have to tell? So this grand operation began without warning. And even for every item they break in, they're sending more inventory somewhere else. It seemed even like a harder face that I've seen. You were right, the form is definitely up to something, and they're turning Labyrinthos upside down in the process. We would do well to learn more of what specifically the Gleaners are being tasked to do, as well as one who tasked them to do it. If you're game art, I have an idea. Didn't one of those Gleaners mention something about escaped mammoths? Perhaps if you were to help them capture said creatures, they might be inclined toward a more friendly and enlightening competition. In the meantime, I will turn my charm up with this Gleaner here. You can compare notes afterward. Happy hunting! Is Carlisle trying to flirt with a Gleaner?
Carlisle can do whatever the hell she wants.
Oh my god. You should help me find the Mammoths. Like nothing's supposed to pay you for your service, but if you're offering out of the good of my heart, I welcome assistance. The name is Aaronville, specialist in collecting of live specimens. They said the capture of their next mammoths is a trial that no desire to repeat. Grizzled mites, they call them. For our mercy, there are more bird species on this tier to present. So, there should be no mistaking little fugitives. If you happen to catch any, stuff them back in this sack. Very gently, of course. Where to begin? You wonder? skipping around here, so we'll get widen our search into the surrounding forest. We are on guard. They are beasts. Out there. I won't hesitate to prey on Marat or you. I'll search the trees to the west. Decent part of the forest is all yours. Good luck. Yes, this counts as a map. Oh, well, you're wrong. This is getting tedious. Please, just be the rule of 3. Don't make me actually try and capture him. I don't want to do Kingdom Hearts up and down, up and down.
Forward and back and
forward and back, forward and back,
and 1 foot
forward. Oh, Ethan. which leaves one unaccounted for. There's the old Marriott. In a moment while I put our friend into a holding cage. Luckily, the Marriott seemed to be unharmed. It held up well in the isolation. Good thing if you're able to recapture them so swiftly, you have my thanks. Who touched you to capture them in the first place? Why the authority in charge of Laros? Now I'm probably the same officials who had us working day and night. No, like the honorable members of the forum, who else? Suitable for consumption and easy to breed. Those were the two conditions I was given for the stock I was instructed to procure. I don't know what else the farm has planned for these creatures, but at the very least, I doubt they'll be served for dinner today or tomorrow. There you are. This is a gleaner you mentioned, the one who was looking for the lost Marats. Interesting company you keep, friend. Where are you folk anyway? I'm Karastua. These others are my associates. Truth be told, the farm's decision lately has not sat entirely well with us. That is why we made send it to Laros. We hope that by seeing those decisions put into action, we might more fully understand their reason. Wise particle never hurts to try to gain a broader perspective, does it? Anyway, duty calls other animals to capture and enclosures to empty. Once again, I'm sorry that I can't offer you more for your service. Did you learn anything from our friend? So we confirmed the operation did indeed come directly from the farm. However, the gleaners have been informed of its purpose. I say that fits with everything we've heard thus far. It was discovered that when the operation had begun, the farm contacted the gleaners' guild ship and put their people to great work some 4 days after the Telefari made their chilling declaration. As seasoned travelers, the gleaners kept a beast of news from every corner of the world without necessity. Thus, I'm inclined to trust the calendar of events is accurate. Altogether, it gives a distinct impression that this undertaking was sudden and unexpected development. Yet, I find it hard to believe that such a comprehensive restructuring of Labyrinthus and its archives could have been planned in so brief a window. Nay, this plan was long in making. They were but waiting for the right time to put it into effect. And Telefari's declaration was but set into motion. It seems likely, but let us not keep the conclusion just yet. For a moment, I suggest we conduct a wider investigation of Lefros for more facilities. In any case, how about we head to our camp from here? We can reach the lower. Kara, what's wrong? It's fine. The sudden descent has left me with a bit of a headache, that's all. Nothing will stop me from sojourning on. Let's be about it then. At least allow me to take the lead. I'm fairly certain I remember the way to the Archeon. We'll follow the path east, through the forest where you were chasing after the mouse boar. Marmot, was it? Anyway, his trolls we need to watch out for. Alright. Behold, Tashian ends as number of Sarus Tashian's literal archive, so the structure housed the city's wealth of material data. The architecture too is similar. The building you see is merely the upper entrance, access points to the vaults carved into the site itself. Within those vast rooms are stored countless samples of specimens as well as detailed records which describe them. In a manner of speaking, their Kian contains a physical history of Charlian's unwavering dedication to accumulation of knowledge. Alright. Deeper into the maze. Wow. I got 5 left to do. I am really hitting the books for this. Anyway, I'm gonna call it her.
Hey.
Yeah. One second. Yeah, I am definitely hitting the books here, and I'm calling it here as well. I'll continue next time, probably tomorrow. That way, so we can wait. That way, so I can actually stream more and be on time with Endwalker.